So I thought I had my hair care routine perfected. Wash and goes on point. Twist outs solid. But then I found out that literally half of all of my products were packed with toxins and chemicals. And some of this was not by accident. Some of these very products especially target Black women. And that discovery didn't just change my hair care routine, it changed my life. And it is exactly the reason why I have literally changed what I eat, what products I use in my home, on my kids, and on my body. And eventually, it even inspired me to create my own wellness brand called Ken and Eden. So here's how it all started. So let me rewind and back up a little. So it all started with me learning a little bit more about toxins and chemicals in our everyday products. And I had already started making some changes. I changed out all of our food for organic or grass-fed. I swapped out cookware and I started paying attention a little bit more to ingredients in our food. Then I found Yuka. And for those of you who do not know, Yuka is an app that you can essentially just scan the barcode of food and or beauty products, and it will give you a rating from 0 to 100 on how healthy a product is. Once you get that rating, it'll actually break down the ingredient list and tell you which ingredients are bad or good and why. And I tell you, y'all, I went wild. I started scanning everything. I started in my kitchen, which made me swap out a ton of different foods, a lot of the snacks that we use. But it didn't stop there. I thought, let's just check the kids' products real quick. Because, of course, if it's a kid's product, it's a baby product, it has to be healthy, right? After all, it's made for children. But no, I couldn't be more further from the truth. Half of the products that I was using on my sons were filled with hormone disrupting chemicals, endocrine disruptors, fragrances, dyes, preservatives, just a whole bunch of stuff that I could not even pronounce. And I'm not gonna lie, that really shook me because it's the kids' products. Out of all the products that you would think would be healthy, you would expect the kids' products to be healthy. And it just had me thinking, if the baby stuff is not safe, what else isn't safe? So that's when I started turning to my hair products, y'all. And some of my favorite products scored terribly. And that hurt, honestly, not just because I'm putting all this crap onto my skin and on my body and it's causing all these health issues, but I also just felt like my routine was perfect at the moment. I had finally found the products that worked for me and that hit 90% of the time. And so I felt like I was in a good place. So to find out that all of those products were essentially very bad for me, were causing a ton of health issues, really just shook me to my core. So I started swapping out some of my hair care products. Not all in one go, just because hair products are expensive and I have found the products that work. So I started making slow changes to the products that I didn't love with the intent to switch some of my longtime favorites a little bit later in the process. During a routine ultrasound exam, and for those who don't know, I just had another baby this past March. And so when I was pregnant with him, during the 20-week ultrasound where they're doing all of the deep dive into all of the organs and the spine to make sure everything's growing properly, they found a small fibroid. Now, it was very small. They only saw one, and as far as I know, it hasn't caused me any issues. My periods before my pregnancy were normal and it didn't interfere at all with the pregnancy. I had a healthy baby boy, but it still really caught me off guard. And when I started doing a little bit more research and diving into the cause of fibroids, what kept coming up is links to hormone disrupting chemicals, environmental toxins, and the exposure Black women face overall through personal care products. And for those of you who don't know, Black women are 2 to 3 times more likely to develop fibroids in their lifetime. Once I started doing all this research, it just really hit me. I really needed to just bite the bullet and make the change and throw out all of the bad products and just completely start over. And let me be real, it's not easy. I don't want to give you the impression that it is easy to just start fresh, especially with expensive items like hair care products, clothes, kitchenware, cookware, those types of things. Anything that's labeled organic or clean or any of those types of things is going to have a markup in price. And so it has been very expensive for me to make the change. But it's important to know what we're being exposed to and to make those necessary changes because it has such a big impact on your health. Now, let me say this. I am not a doctor. I am not a nutritionist or some certified toxin expert. I'm just a regular person who started asking questions, doing some research, and honestly, I'm very concerned. Cancer, fertility issues, autoimmune diseases are all on the rise. And I don't think that we're having enough honest conversations about what is causing these things or making them worse, especially not when it comes to the Black community. Now, I know you're probably wondering like, okay, girl, so what did you change your products to? These days, my routine looks a lot different, at least in regards to the products. My technique has largely stayed the same, but I have had to make a complete overhaul of the products that I use. And my hair is still thriving. I've switched over to clean brands, and one of my favorites that I'm using right now is Innersense. And if you have followed like my hair care journey, you already know that I was using some Innersense products in my routine already. But now pretty much my entire routine consists of Innersense products. I have really fallen in love with the brand. In particular, the Hydrating Cream Hair Bath is what I use for shampoo. For conditioner, I've been using the Hydrating Cream Conditioner. I also love the gel I Create Hold. It does amazing things for holding my wash and goes. Although I still do use my Miche Tropical Oasis gel. It actually scored really good on Yuka, and so I still do use that product. I also have experimented with the Sweet Spirit leave-in conditioner. It's not my favorite on myself. I use it for my kids a lot. It is gentle enough for me to use on my babies, but I haven't really loved it. I guess I'm used to more of a thick, really thick consistency leave-in. So for me, it's not the holy grail for my hair. My hair is very thick. It is type 4, very thick hair, very dense. And so I just feel like I need something a little heavier to give me the oomph that I want. But it has been great for my son's hair. I use it on him every day. I also have been using their Inner Peace Whipped Cream Texturizer. Now this product hasn't been as great either for me. I like a thicker, creamier consistency, especially when I'm doing twist outs. And so this is not a holy grail for me either, but it is in the routine. I will use it till it's finished. But honestly, I am on the hunt for a clean beauty brand that has a whipped like twist out cream that I can use for my twist outs. So stay tuned. And lastly, I've been using the I Create Shine. This has been great for giving shine to my twist outs, to my wash and goes. Very light, it smells good, and gives me a little bit of shine to my hair when it's kind of dull. So those are the products that I have been using. Please do check those products out. There are some brands that don't represent clean beauty and are not advertising as being clean. However, if you scan some of their products actually score well. So I would encourage you, like, you don't necessarily have to switch to a completely clean brand or a brand that advertises as clean. You can just scan the products you have at home, and if some of them rate well, by all means, keep them. But the ones that are scoring kind of low and are saying they have endocrine disrupting hormones and those types of things, I would recommend just kind of switching those out. Just pay attention to the ingredients, pay attention to the labels, and then find your own routine. Hair care out here is expensive, so if you can find a cheap product that has scored clean on like Yuka or has clean ingredients, please put it in the comments. I am always open for finding new products that work better. Sorry, I had to go get my little one. He woke up from his nap. So on to the second portion of this. Why did this inspire me to create a whole wellness brand? I have just been so shocked by the amount of toxins and chemicals that are in pretty much everything. Like, and when I say everything, it's not just in the food, it's not just in the clothes, it's not just in our makeup and our products. It is in literally everything. And when you even start to dig deeper into this, you start to realize how Black women are disproportionately advertised to for products that have this crap in it. We are specifically targeted for a lot of this stuff. It has been especially relevant to me that there's not a lot of Black creators in this space that are talking about toxins that impact our community. It's important that we focus on this and eliminate these toxins through our household. So please check out the blog, subscribe to the newsletter, follow Ken and Eden on Instagram. I'll be posting helpful information about the toxins we find in everyday products and swaps you all can make to your home and to your products to make your life a little bit healthier. So if this resonated with you, I also have a free guide that you can get today. It is called the 10 Simple Swaps for a Non-Toxic Home. Please go ahead and grab that. You can grab it in the description below. I'm also launching a full video series on how toxins impact Black women and how we can start reclaiming our health. That series will be here on YouTube in the shorts as well as on Instagram in the reels. So please follow me on those channels if you are interested in learning more. All right, so don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and we will see you in the next one. Say bye.